Dawie Rood believes that based on President Cyril Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address, that BEE is coming to an end, and that this new transformation fund that's being created spells the end of BEE as we know it. Now, you can tell me in the comments if you agree with this or not, but a lot of people are saying is that this is an endless taxpayer's pit of looting funds that's being created, and that companies can now buy their BEE status. So, I don't believe in race-based politics at all. I believe it should be scrapped. It shouldn't exist. If you say that you have a non-racial country, there shouldn't be any race-based anything. And this fund that's being created, if it is created to help people in need, I have absolutely no problem with that. And if the majority of those people are people that were discriminated against during the apartheid years, then that is great. The problem is, where does this end? And a lot of people are raising alarms around this, and rightfully so. But Dawie Rood says that he believes that President Cyril Ramaphosa has signaled the beginning of the end of BEE. And that it is based on Rood's interpretation of Ramaphosa's comments around proposed changes to BEE, as mentioned in his 2026 State of the Nations address. He says, we are undertaking a review to refine, realign and strengthen our BEE framework to ensure that it supports greater transformation and inclusive growth, Ramaphosa said. And, you know, a lot of people are responding to this at this stage, and this fund that Dawie Rood was referring to is the Transformation Fund, as I've said before, which aims to allocate about 20 billion rand. That's 20,000 million. Just for those that don't understand the numbers, per year in private capital to black-owned businesses, and I feel horrified to even use that color or any color whatsoever in reference to people with names. The fund seeks to consolidate fragmented enterprise and supply development contributions that private firms are already contributing under the BEE codes, where companies are contributing a certain amount of money, and a lot of people saying that it's inefficient, etc. Why will this new system be done any more efficient? I have seen people in the past, through my business that I owned before, that got money from government for free and squandered all of it. The loopholes to just abuse taxpayers' funds is massive with regards to this. Trade Minister Parks Towers argued that centralizing ESD contributions will create a more coordinated and efficient system to ensure funds can be directed to deserving beneficiaries. But here's the concerns over the fund abuse, and they're saying that it's like a devil you don't know in the situation. They say it could ease multinational investment. So you create a new devil that you're not sure how it's going to screw you over. Okay, so there's concerns over the fund abuse, but they say, but it'll allow international investment because they can just now buy their BEE status. It's basically what this boils down to. This whole thing is sick. It still reeks of a rotten fish lying under your mattress, and you don't know where the stench is coming from. Many business groups and organizations have reservations about the fund. So do I, and hopefully you do too. But tell me in the comments if you have a good reason as to why we should have this fund. And I can tell you that many people with vested interests in overseas companies would like this because they say it'll introduce more investment, and that this is just a transition away from BEE as we know it. I don't agree with Dawie Rood on that, and I very seldom disagree with him. Solidarity Deputy Chief Executive Anton van der Bijl said it looks and smells like another cadre deployment looting fund. Absolutely. With a lack of transparency and proper oversight. And when you speak of cadre deployment looting, this happens in all parties, not just the African National Congress. I've seen it in the Democratic Alliance myself. The DA's trade spokesperson Toby Chance has warned the fund could become a bottomless pit for taxpayer money. I agree with Toby Chance from the Democratic Alliance. 100%. And people should fear this. Chance believes that race-based policies have failed to close the inequality gap, and that merit and skills should be the prevailing conditions for employment, promotion, and economic opportunities. I agree with the Democratic Alliance on that 100%. However, even some anti-BEE critics argue that the fund would make it simpler and cheaper for private businesses to obtain BEE status so they can participate in the South African economy. The Free Market Foundation has estimated that businesses are currently spending 145 to 290 billion rand per year on BEE compliance. The Transformation Fund will enable companies that don't meet black ownership requirements to simply buy their BEE status outright. Tell me what you think about this. Is this an improvement? Is this an improvement? Is this what we should be doing? Is this getting rid of BEE? Or is it creating this bottomless pit that can just grow in size? It can go from 20 billion to 40 billion to 100 billion to half a trillion. Who knows where this is going to end? Because the looting seems to be able to be endless from there. But I think many organizations might think, because of their overseas interest, not interest in the country or the taxpayers that fund this or the businesses that fund this, that this is okay. It's better than what we have. It's better than the devil we know. It's a new devil. Let's find out how that screws us over. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you resonate with this content, please do consider subscribing to the channel, becoming a supporter on this channel. You can do that by becoming a channel member, a channel supporter, and every Thursday evening at 8:30 we meet for an hour as channel members. If you are a channel community member, and we meet for that hour and discuss things that are relevant in the country, and I go into a lot more detail during those meetings. So do consider becoming a member. The highest membership level, there's many workshops you can do that cost 100 Rand each. You can do 14 workshops at that membership level and watch all the other presentations and meetings that are there. And on the 15th of March, we will be doing another presentation, Lauren and I, on the anatomy of a conspiracy theory. And we will delve into the history of conspiracy theories, why they work, why they are necessary. We will look at specifics, and it's going to open your mind to many things that you might not have thought of before, and it's going to open your mind to mechanisms that even you would have been fooled by. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, this channel is about maximum freedom. So just remember to stay free.